Hello and welcome to Mystic Madness Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a timeless reading for the collective. Remember to keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's not a one-to-one reading. Time and energies are fluid, okay? Like time is an illusion. Energies are fluid. It's not going to be gender specific. So just keep an open mind, take what resonates, and leave the rest, all right? This is a message for the collective. First off, I'd like to say thank you so much for being here, for taking the time and allowing me to do this reading for you. Also, if you've been following my journey, mine and my husband's journey, some of you might know that we've been working on this project for our newest Kickstarter called Voyage, the Seven Seas to Neverland. We are getting ready to launch the campaign. I know that there's been some confusion. Like if you've been following us, there's been some confusion. Like there's a bunch of crows flying at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 crows, what? Okay, there's been a lot of confusion regarding our launch date. And it's only because like when we were going to launch initially, it kind of like, we realized that we weren't as ready as we would like to be, and there was more to the story that was, you know, unfolding for this new deck of ours, and we wanted to, you know, put in the proper time. So anyone that's been following our project, thank you so much for your patience. We will be launching that very soon. I'm very excited. I'm getting, you know, goosebumps just like thinking about it, and it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to show everybody what we've been working on. But yeah, I decided to take a little break from that to, you know, get back in touch with the community, with the collective, to see what messages want to come up. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do a dice roll for this reading first. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into that right now. Here we have the Visions of the Arcane dice set from our little Etsy shop. Look at this symbol. It's really cool. All right. Okay, universe, spirits and guides. What messages do you have, or do we have, for the collective's highest good? Ooh, my arms are like tingly from, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of like high vibration, okay? This is giving me like that tingly electric current, like both of my arms are like super tingly right now. Let's see, Spirit. What do we want the collective to know? What do they need to know for their highest good at this time? Okay. So, looking at this, starting with the center, we got rest, sanctuary, guide. So you're being guided by, you know, God, by your higher self, by your spirit guides, to take a break, okay? To rest at this time. We also have the Eye of Horus here, along with the Black Cat, which is magic, okay? This is giving me the energy of like being tapped into like source energy, being tapped into creator energy. And this is also giving me Egyptian energy too. So some of you out there are working with Egyptian magic, which, you know, that's what me and my partner do as well. Like we're both working with Egyptian magic. We're working with all sorts of magic, okay? We're kind of like chaos magicians in a way. But it's literally just like a combination of all the things that we've learned from our upbringing, our religious backgrounds, and just everything that we've been able to integrate into our spirituality up until this point. Excuse me, let me take a drink real quick. If you can hear that in the background, please excuse that noise. I don't know why my husband's not turning off the tea kettle right now, but he should be able to hear it. It's actually very distracting. Let's see if he'll get it. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see, where was I? So in the middle here, it's Mercury retrograde, okay? In the middle here, we have rest, sanctuary, guide. And there's a mirror right there. And this is telling me that there's something that I feel either is taking a lot of time with this hourglass, or something that has taken time to manifest in your life. And it has to do with the self, okay? It has to do with how you perceive yourself. There's a certain magic here that you're tapping into with this Eye of Horus, the black cat. It's like giving me real Egyptian energy. So some of you are probably really tapped into Egyptian magic, okay? There's this real energy of like being connected to source at this time. And your guides are telling you that now is a good time for you to rest. Now is a good time for you to, you know, take some time out for yourself and really assess like where things are at for yourself, okay? We have peace, separation, and celebration here. This is interesting because this is like giving me conflicting energies of like, maybe you had to detach yourself from someone or something in order to find your peace, okay? And I feel like your guides are like celebrating this. This is kind of like giving me like this momentous occasion of like getting over like a really big hurdle, all right? And that hurdle involved you leaving something behind, right? That wasn't fully helping you out at all. Something about this hourglass though, like I'm curious to know like what has been taking time. Something has been taking time to manifest, or it's just kind of like giving me this energy of like flipping the hourglass over in order to slow down time or something like that. Maybe this is giving me a realization of like you are a time master, or time is an illusion, something of that nature, and you're capable of slowing down time if you want to, you know what I mean? And I guess the practical message of that is like, nobody can tell you how to manage your time, all right? Only you have the power to tell yourself how to manage your time. And if you feel like you need a break from life, from work, from relationship, whatever it is, then you have the full authority, the divine authority to take that break, to slow down time, you know, in a sense. You know, you have the power to say, you know what, today I am not thinking about work. Today I'm just going to relax and enjoy my creature comforts. Today I'm just going to relax and enjoy movies all day. I'm gonna have a movie marathon. Today I'm gonna play games all day. You know, it's giving me that energy of like really taking a break for yourself and nobody else, okay? Like when you were a child, you would probably, I mean, if you're anything like me, you probably would lock yourself in a room and just play video games all day, you know? And I think that that's what this is giving me, is just kind of like closing yourself out from external influences or external pressures, and just being in your own little hermit mode, and just um, filling your cup back up with your own emotional goodness, right? Like the things that make you feel good, the things that make you feel happy, you know? So yeah, I feel like this is about taking some time out for yourself. All right. Okay, let's get into this reading next. I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside. Okay, so now that the dice roll has been taken care of, let's go ahead and pull some cards. Let's see what else Spirit has to say for this collective. All right. Where am I being drawn to? Okay. Let's see, Spirit. Oh, let's pull a Soul's Journey card first. What messages do we have for the collective at this time, Spirit? Yeah, we've been busy. We've been busy getting this Kickstarter, you know, to where we want it to be. And I'm actually very grateful that we decided to take the time, because it's so cool. I'm just so excited to share what we've been cooking up, because like this new story, if you know our first creation, Journey to Oz and Wonderland, like it's kind of like a step up from Journey to Oz and Wonderland. All right, so be sure to check that out. It's going to be linked to this video. It's, you know, on Kickstarter. All right, so the first card here is Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay, interesting. What is this fear that you could be holding on to? It could be a lot of things, really. Fear, it's weird because I was actually getting this message of like the ego, right? The ego, and this is something that I just kind of learned, like, or had somewhat of an epiphany about today. But it's like the ego is there for survival, okay? The ego is necessary to survive, all right? So you need your ego to survive. However, in this day and age, the ego is like all the negative energy that you have within yourself, like all the anxiety, the fear, the worry, the paranoia, like all those things are what feed the ego, okay? And the ego is literally, it's like a double-edged blade, where it can literally help you to survive, like, you know, a really crazy situation. Like, for example, let's say you were put in a fight or flight situation, right? And you had to decide, like, am I going to fight or am I going to flee? The ego is going to say, you need to fight. You know, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to fight for your life, fight for your survival, right? And on the flip side of that, the ego is what conjures up our subconscious fears. It's what, you know, feeds into that survival instinct, all right? That, you know, it might ultimately make you run away. It might make you flee. So it's like, I guess I don't know if that's a good analogy, but like fight or flight is like, that's both sides of the ego. It's like, you're either gonna fight or you're gonna run away. And the ego in this day and age tells us to run away, if that makes sense. Like the ego in this day and age says, you know, get out of there while you still can. Wow, why is that coming through? And I'm getting this feeling of like you had to separate yourself from something or somebody in order to feel love for yourself, because I'm getting this sense that whoever you had to leave behind was not great for your energy. They were actually draining your energy and making you feel down all the time. And it's like, for somebody who is spiritual or spiritually awakening to their gifts and whatnot, you want to be in the energy of inspiration and joy and happiness and stuff like that, right? And it's like, you can't do that when you're stuck in this energy of like sadness, sorrow, pity, whatever it is, disappointment, paranoia. It's like, you can't be your best self if you are constantly being bombarded by those energies, okay? Let's go ahead and keep going. What is this about, Spirit? Yep. I hope you guys are doing well out there. We got turning point, okay? Yeah, it really does feel like you left something behind. Like you said, no more to something. Full body yes, okay? And it's like you're tapping into this sense of joy that you once felt a long time ago, okay? It's like, if this is a person that came into your life and created a lot of toxicity in your life and was basically an energy vampire, like, you've made the decision to leave this person behind and no longer allow them to siphon your energy, all right? That's why it's a full body yes, because it feels like things are lighter. You're getting your confidence back in yourself. You're seeing who you are again. You're seeing who you truly are. You're seeing like the person that you once were before this thing or this energy came into your life. We got waiting period, okay? That goes in with the hourglass. And then we got falling in love. So some of you could be entering into a like romantic cycle here. Maybe you're falling in love with yourself, okay? So take that as it resonates. What is this waiting period though? That's what I want to know. We got passive aggressive wanting to show up here. Somebody was passive aggressive. Somebody was not truthful with their feelings. Somebody was projecting, their emotions onto you. Yada, yada, yada. I think we know the story. Yep. We got tyrant. So somebody's a tyrant. Somebody's a control freak. We got ghost. Okay. This could be you ghosting somebody. And look, projection. Like literally, I just said that somebody's projecting, right? Okay. I'm hearing the song Ghost by Justin Bieber. Na, 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 na. I don't remember the words. Help me out here. Okay, so some of you have been dealing with like a really toxic relationship. And I think that it took a lot out of you to actually like leave this relationship in the past, okay? I'm running by the ghost of you. I miss you more than life. What? Okay. So it's like giving me this feeling of like no longer are you feeding into their projections or their manipulation tactics, okay? This is coming out really strongly for somebody out there. Like, you're dealing with somebody who's been projecting their BS all on you and you're not having it anymore. That's just what it feels like. Let's see, what else can you tell me about this situation, Spirit? What else can you tell me? There's a waiting period. Why is there a waiting period, though? Maybe you're waiting to see how this situation unfolds and you're kind of taking a break from all of it. We got new moon in Aries. It says it's time to take action. Okay, so perhaps you're in this resting period, but now it's like you feel the call to like move forward with your life to something else. Okay. It says new moon in Scorpio, work through your fears, which is interesting because we are in a new moon phase, right? Let's get one more, Spirit. Work through your fears. There's something about fears. Conclusions are within reach, okay? Full moon eclipse. Yep, this goes in hand in hand with the turning point. I feel like for some of you, this is like confirmation of like you leaving behind this, whatever this is, has been a blessing in disguise, okay? Like, or maybe you know that it's good for you, right? Like, you know that this is good for you. There's still something about like your subconscious fears that is coming into play. Let's see. What else can you tell us, Spirit? She's a tyrant every time I ride it, every time I ride it. Make it look so good. Let's see. We have commitment, okay? So some of you are entering into a very committed relationship. Or this could be God testing your faith, your commitment to your faith, okay? Trust that God will, you know, take care of situations that are out of your control. Excuse me. We got sad embrace. This is giving me sad little fairy, sad Tinkerbell. So, this is giving me the energy that whoever you have been dealing with, like this is the energy that they've been projecting, okay? This is like giving me woe is me, oh, like feel sorry for me, you know, like there's all these things going wrong in my life, blah, 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 blah. And it's like you care about this person, but it's like you don't necessarily want to be dragged into all their bullshit, you know? As Spirit is saying, go again, one more, let's see. Whew, wow. Did you hear that? It hit the bell. Peaks of joy, yes. This is what I'm feeling, is like you're getting that sense of like how it felt like before when you were like super happy with life, in life, you know. We got home on the bottom here, home. And what this card is telling me is like home is where the heart is, obviously. It's like you're coming back home to yourself, okay? And this has been like a huge message for me even lately of like coming back home to myself. Like, what does that mean? What does it mean to come back home to yourself? It literally means on a practical level that you've worked through all of your subconscious fears. You've worked through all of your traumatic experiences in life thus far. And you're beginning to remember who you are before all of those things happened to you, okay? All of those traumatic events. And before you became very fearful of the world, okay? Because this is giving me this energy of like when you're a kid, you like have no idea how to navigate this world, right? The best way that you can understand how to navigate this world is through the people that raise you, through the people that are in your environment, you know, is just by learning from other people. And I feel like you've probably experienced a lot of like disappointments in the past. You've experienced a lot of traumatic experiences that made you very fearful of the world. It's kind of like giving me the movie Tangled, you know, with Mother Gothel, how she's like, Mother knows best, right? Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. It's a scary world out there. Like, that's what it is, okay? And you're finally at this point in your life where you're recognizing, like, what the fuck was I scared of? What the fuck was, like, why did she tell me that there, you know, is a boogeyman hiding in my closet? You know, like, it's that kind of energy, and you're recognizing, like, wait a minute, these were all, like, subconscious fears that were projected onto me from other people. Like, these aren't even my fears, you know? And because you're at this point where you're recognizing this, like, you're beginning to see the moments in life that are actually full of happiness and bliss and peace, you know what I mean? It's like you're getting that glimpse. It's like God is giving you this glimpse of like what it's like in heaven, okay? But on earth, all right? So take that as it resonates. Let's see, what else, Spirit? What else can you tell us? I'm gonna pull from the Shaman Oracle. I don't know how long this reading is gonna be, but I hope you're enjoying it so far. Look, we got the sun. And this is giving me Ra, the god, you know, the Egyptian god of the sun, Ra. Or is that someone else? Or is that, I think it's Ra. Oh, okay. It's kind of like giving me this energy of like you feeling the warmth of the sun again, even though like we know what that feels like, and we're in the middle of summer right now. But it's like when you step outside, like when you've been cold for so long, like, okay, for example, this is the example that's coming to my head. Like, I keep my house really cold in the summer. Like, I have the AC on 24/7, which I probably shouldn't, but you know, like me and the heat don't go hand in hand. I will tolerate it, but it's not my favorite thing. But it's like being stuck in this cold house for a while, I start to kind of be like, oh my God, I need a blanket, right? And, you know, the only thing I need to do is step outside and feel the warmth. And it's like that feeling of like the initial warmth that comes over you from the sun. It's like, ah, like, wow, that actually feels nice. That feels good. I like it, you know? The heat isn't so bad. But that's what this is giving me. Let's see. We're gonna pull an animal spirit card. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, okay. We got hyena. And then we got the firefly. I feel like some of you are dealing with certain like, like the word that's coming to my mind is bipolar issues. Okay, so this is giving, the hyena is like the trickster spirit in a way. It's about, this card in particular is about the light and the shadow. So like, I'm getting a real like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde vibe from this. So maybe you could be like back and forth with yourself about yourself or the situation. But with the firefly here, it's telling me that there's like a spark of inspiration. There is like a moment where you realize something about yourself or the situation that actually is like guiding you towards your highest good, okay? It's kind of like you've been I'm getting will-o'-the-wisp, you know, in Celtic lore. It's like you've been lost in the woods and you notice like this little like wispy ball of light just kind of floating along in the woods, right? And you decide to follow it, you know, because you're a child of God, you're a child of light, right? You are a light warrior, whatever you want to call it, a light worker. You decide to follow it, and you know, lo and behold, that light ends up leading you out of the dark forest or to a more magical place that you didn't know existed, right? But it's about following, you know, your curiosity and allowing that to lead you, or trusting that that's going to lead you where you need to be. That makes sense? Okay, let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards. We got a few more decks here to pull from, but let's see, what else can you tell us, Spirit, for the collective's highest good? What else can you tell us? Okay, so we got the High Priestess here. This is about intuition. This is about being tapped in, tuned in, turned on, right? So there's something that is like, you know something. I feel like I'm hearing the word secret, okay? So maybe it's like you know something about this situation that gives you the upper hand. We have the Strength card, the Cowardly Lion. Okay. Queen of Wands and Ace of Wands. All right. All right. I feel like there's something that you know that you need to do. I don't know what it is. Like, this is giving me like have the courage to follow your inspiration. Have the courage to be yourself and really put yourself out there. Because even with this Devil card and the Ace of Cups coming out, I just get this feeling that perhaps you've been putting yourself down, you know, like it's that energy of self-sabotage for so long that you begin to believe like the stuff that you tell yourself, you know what I mean? And with this Ace of Cups here, this talks about like this new beginning of like love, right? Of an emotional nature. So for you, like, this could literally mean like falling back in love with yourself and being like, you know what? I'm a badass bitch. You know, I'm a baddie. Nobody can mess with me, you know. Just give me that energy. Four of Swords, and then the Temperance card comes up. So again, with that resting energy, you've been resting, you've been waiting, you've been looking for a sign or something like that. balancing out your energies. We got the Hermit on the bottom of the deck here. Okay, so it's okay, so what I'm getting is like perhaps there's a move that you've been considering making, or you've been waiting for a sign from spirit to give you the go-ahead, right, on something. Maybe you need to say something to somebody. Maybe you need to take action on some creative endeavor. I don't know what this is, but you've been waiting patiently for a sign, for some spark of inspiration. And this is like your confirmation, okay? That it's time to go out and water the garden. It's time to water the garden. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, it's time to water the garden, okay? Take some kind of action, and the action also involves you pouring into your own cup. You really, so maybe that's why resting is significant, is because like you need to take the time to take care of yourself so that you can present the best version of yourself to the public or to whoever, okay? Let me clarify this Ace of Wands here. Clarify this Ace of Wands, Spirit. What is this new beginning? Okay, so the Five of Cups came up in reverse. It's a mock turtle. See how sad he is? Okay, so that's something we already knew. Like, you're relinquishing yourself of past disappointments and regrets. It's like you're not tied to the past anymore. We got the Five of Swords. So, arguments, conflict. We got the Ten of Swords, and then we have the Seven of Cups. So it's like you are allowing yourself to see the potential that you have, okay? So this is giving me this energy of like, okay, you have so much money, all right? This is just an analogy, but you have so much money, like, what do you do with it? Like, you're beginning to see how you can spend your money wisely. You know what I mean? You're beginning to see how you can utilize your resources wisely. Or it's about making like judgment calls, okay? Yeah. Somebody is not refusing to see a certain truth. I mean, somebody is refusing to see a certain truth here in this situation, and I don't think it's you. I think it's someone else. We got the Magician here showing up in the reverse. So I feel like there's somebody in your energetic field that is not tapped in the way that you're tapped in, if that makes sense. Like, they're giving me chaotic energy. Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse as well. So it's kind of like whoever this person is, or the energies that are against you, has been keeping you from feeling your own abundance, okay? From feeling your own self-worth, your self-value. And this person has been like really trying to keep you contained, all right? The energy. We got Justice on the bottom of the deck here. Like, there's karmic balance playing out, all right? And you're doing exactly what you need to do, which is to step away from the situation and heal yourself. Let's see, what else, Spirit? We got Shooting Star, so a wish will be granted for you. There's a wish fulfillment coming in. We got Pioneer. Pioneer talks about trailblazing energy, so you could be a trailblazer and might not even know it, all right? Yep, and then we got Cross here. And this card is all about, like, fighting for the cause, okay? Like, or dying for the cause. It's like being willing to surrender to God and the higher consciousness and the universe, you know, the energies of the universe for the greater good of humanity, right? Trusting that God has your back. And then we got balloons here. This is freedom. Capricorn energy. This is about all of your hard work paying off for you. Like, you are ascending. This is somebody, like, I'm talking to somebody who is spiritually ascending here. Like, you're not playing mind games anymore with people, okay? You are liberating yourself from toxicity, you know, from energy vampires. You're liberating yourself from all the things that have been holding you back in life. And you're beginning to see that little sparkle of hope. And that little sparkle of hope is the version of yourself that you once knew but forgot because of all the trauma that, you know, came about throughout your life. Whew, that was a deep one. All right, let's go ahead and close out this reading. I hope that this reading made sense. Let's close out this reading with a Sacred Destiny. We got opportunity here. So there is an opportunity that is about to be present. That's going to make itself known to you. It's going to come out of the blue, it feels. But there is an opportunity that I feel like Spirit is saying, you got to seize the opportunity, seize the moment. Seize the moment. Whatever this is that you've been manifesting or trying to manifest, it's like Spirit is saying, seize the moment, okay? Don't let this opportunity go to waste. But this is also giving me like this energy of like taking a nap, okay? So maybe contemplating about things. Like, I'm seeing this a lot. Like, there's a lot of rest here, okay? I feel like you've been just sitting back and just kind of like mulling things over. But Spirit is like, well, you've done the hard part. Now is the time for you to like just be yourself and put yourself out there. Whatever that is, okay? Like, don't feel like I'm saying like put yourself on social media and stuff like that. Like, when I say put yourself out there, it literally means like do the thing that you told yourself you would do in life. You know what I mean? Like, if you said when you were a child, like, that you want to be an artist, like, go be an artist. Or if you told yourself, I'm going to be a vet, I'm going to be a veterinarian, go be a veterinarian. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's different for everybody. So just take it as it resonates, okay? All right, you guys, that's all I have for you. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this reading resonated for you. If it did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please consider it, because there's going to be more cool stuff coming about this channel. And until next time, you guys, I will see you later. Bye.